Hey guys, so in this video we're going to talk through the basic syntax for using Editmode with Ruby on Rails. So the Editmode syntax is based on I18N for Rails, which is the internationalization standard. Anyone who's used this before will be familiar with this syntax, which is a lowercase t that goes inside of your Rails views. So if we take this page as an example, which has a page title, and we want to reference that from our code base, we use lowercase e for edit mode and then the content key of that piece of text. So edit mode content should be accessible from anywhere inside your Rails code base. So in the same way that I can access the content here inside of a view, if I preface that with the edit mode module, I can also access it from the console or a controller or anywhere else I might need it inside my code base. So when it comes to specifying the content that you want to display, you can either use a chunk's content key or you can use its identifier. So I can access the exact same value if I run editmode.e and I pass in the identifier instead. All of the content that gets returned is cached by Rails, so if I run it again, you can see it returns immediately. So one of the coolest parts of edit mode is the magic editor. So if I go into my view and I change this lowercase e to an uppercase e, that turns that chunk into an editable chunk. And if I reload my page inside the browser and hit Command-Shift-E to enter edit mode, I can now make changes to this text directly on the page, and any changes I make when I hit save will be persisted directly to the edit mode API without the need to change any code in the code base. So that's how it works for a single piece of text, but if I want to put a little bit more structure to my text, I can use what are called collections. So a collection in edit mode is very similar to a single chunk. The only difference is it's got fields. So rather than having a single chunk identifier now, you have the chunk identifier, but you also have the field identifier. So for example, if I wanted to replace the content of this page with the content of my about page, I can go into my code editor, replace this with about page, and I can specify the field that I want to include. So for this particular one, it's going to be the title field. If I hit save and I go back into my browser, reload the page, I'll now get the title of the about page. And if I also want to get the main content, I can replace this one down here with about page content, hit save, reload, and it loads in the content of the about page. So that's using the I18N syntax inside of edit mode for Rails. I hope you enjoyed the video and I'm looking forward to seeing you inside the product.